Good morning, good morning, good morning. How are we doing today? I have my lovely guest.
Hey. Oh, I forgot to turn the chat on again. Okay.
So, yeah. So good morning, guys. Welcome. I am going to tease, well, start this out right. And as you come in, let us know where you're coming in from. I see there's people coming in from all over the place. So, yeah, we have 6 on Facebook, 5 on our second YouTube channel. But yeah, as you guys are coming in, let us know where you're coming in from. Good morning, Squirrely. How are we doing today? We are going to break some pretty big news. Well, in regards to the platform.
Mm-hmm. Daydream.
Hello, everybody. Good morning, Daydream. Sam, it looks like you're wearing your Fitbit.
Oh, no, I found my Apple Watch.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Yeah, it was at my mom's.
You know, the watch face is supposed to be on the top of your wrist.
Well, no, because when I wear
I know why you do it. I'm just giving you crap.
Okay.
Good morning, Winks. Squirrely, I'm sorry you're tired.
Mm-hmm.
But
plus, when I do this and I'm like, and a message comes in and I can be like, kind of low key, just tap it a little bit. I feel just a little bit like Lando Calrissian, and that makes me feel good.
I'm glad it makes you feel better.
Okay, good.
What's going on in DC? You know, I haven't heard too much about DC this weekend, but then again, I've been kind of out of the loop and out of sorts. So, yeah, we have a bunch of stuff that we are going to really share with people as soon as we get more and more people in. And yeah, good morning, King Me.
Morning, everybody.
Yeah, good morning, everybody. So we have Southern California, we have New York, we have North Carolina, we have Texas, Missouri,
So what is
Washington. Good morning, Nurse Bear. Have I heard anything from Richard? Well, I know he is out, and I know he is not really talking to too many people, but we have been in touch, and we are doing what we can to get him on. So that as far as anything else, Weirton, West Virginia, welcome. So, guys, very, very soon we are going to. I'm going to get very disgusted with the process with Apple and Android. So I am actually working with a developer and getting the APKs and all that stuff. And we are actually going to post the links to the apps right on the Patriot News Network website. So yeah. Anyways, going back to what we were originally talking about this morning. So I was up very late last night.
Mm-hmm.
I was still awake at 2 a.m. running on a Red Bull high. I know, Sam.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you know how I feel about Red Bulls.
Oh, I know. And I know how I feel about Red Bulls too.
Mm-hmm.
But after my little incident yesterday, I had to have a little bit of a pick me up. And
yes, completely understand. Isn't it like, who is it? Sherlock Holmes was like a heroin addict, right?
yeah.
Yeah, I mean, everybody has that thing that they need to keep them going sometimes. I'm not advocating heroin use. I'm just saying that people have things they need.
Yep. Yeah, if we can get this, if we do what we're thinking they're going to allow, this company will allow us to do, if they provide the service that they're saying they can provide, it'll eliminate doing our best, and hopefully very soon we'll have that.
Now, just to clarify, so if that happens and we eliminate the need for like the Google Play and the
Then
Apple
I'm
Store.
opening up.
Uh-huh.
Then everything's a go.
Yes, but how would you get the app? Would you go to
just
the
go
website?
click on the link on the website.
On the website. Okay.
Yep.
You probably mentioned that already and I missed it.
Yeah, I did. I said we'd have it on the Patriot News Network site.
Okay.
So,
you know what, Squirrely, you're actually probably, oh, you're talking about
the Red Bull.
Huh? Sherlock.
Oh, either that or else Red Bull.
Well, that's what I was thinking. I was like, I wonder, I don't know. I wonder if like with my nephew, he's got some ADHD like you wouldn't believe. And sometimes when he gets just like really off the chain, hand him something with a stimulant in it and he just calms right down. Okay.
Shane, being a little snippy with Sam. Okay, so have you seen the video called The American Form of Government on YouTube? No, I haven't, but I'll definitely check it out. But I'm about to unveil something. It is not open to the public. Do not go and set up accounts. It is not ready in any way, shape, or form for people to set up accounts. We want to show you guys what we are doing in the interest of full transparency. We showed you guys Fullstream.live. Now, cue it up because I think you guys are going to love it. So,
y'all.
I stood up the server, and now we have our own server. We're going to start going in, making the changes. We're going to start developing it. It's going to get better and better, more and more user-friendly. Right now, it is definitely not user-friendly. So we are coming out, and the software that we're using has the ability to mimic YouTube, or not YouTube, but Facebook and Twitter.
Mm-hmm.
So we're going to set up separate instances on 2 separate servers that will handle each one of those.
Yep.
And Jason put it succinctly. What we are doing is we are standing him up faster than Frank's speech.
We have that going for us. Frank's speech, I think, had too much
publicity,
and it gave the opposition time to mount a really, really
well-coordinated
massive attack. Yes, we are not giving them that opportunity.
Yep.
Shane is giving them that opportunity.
Yeah, and it's something that we are very, very excited about. Guys, I am doing what I can to stand up as many platforms and as many free speech alternatives as possible, because quite honestly, that's what we're all about.
Mm-hmm. Jason's dealing with some things. Y'all gotta cut him some slack.
Yeah.
And just send him some love because he needs it.
Love and prayers, because quite honestly, he needs it right now.
Yep.
So,
but I feel you, Squirrely. The whole we don't like being ghosted. But no, he's dealing with something.
I don't understand.
I don't know what that is.
I think she sat on her phone.
maybe. But yeah, these like platforms, you can be like, Facebook, who's that? Never heard of them. This is where we're going.
Yeah. So we are actively working on building true Facebook alternatives with the ability to live stream, with the ability to do all of it.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
And quite honestly, guys, I think it's going to be something far beyond anything we were ever expecting.
And I don't know if Squirrely's got a good question. Can Apple shut it down on their devices though?
If it's a third party, no. Hearts and squirrels to you.
Is that what we're calling those, squirrels? Because we can't say the other one?
Yeah.
All right. Sounds good.
So, yes, so we are doing what we can to we're doing what we can to actually stand up
Yeah.
everything acorns.
Acorns, that's right. That's what it
Not
hearts and
squirrels,
acorns.
acorns.
All right.
But yeah, we are doing what we can to stand up free speech platforms and free speech alternatives. The app for that one, guys, is going to cost a lot of money, and it's going to be something that I won't be able to do for a little while. So don't feel like as soon as that's completely stood up and open to people.
Sorry.
It's not going to have an app right away. I'm going to have to actually generate. I'm actually going to have to get some money coming in before I can pay the developers to get that done.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah. All governments are supposed to answer to us. We do not answer to the government. The government answers to us. That is how that's supposed to
Put
work.
that up on screen. So
That's a good one. The government is essentially our, and they've forgotten that.
Yep.
Did I bleep that effectively enough to?
Well, I caught the context, but yes.
Okay.
Have I thought about having it a paid service? I thought about it, but everything so far has been self-funded, except for there's some of it that donations have came in. I believe in allowing people to come in and freely share and express opinions and ideas, because I'm not about charging people for things that don't really. I mean, why would I charge if they want to get charged? There's platforms for that, but I would rather not. If you understand what I'm saying. If people want to donate, they could donate. There's a link for that.
And donations are helpful.
And donations are helpful, but yeah, I don't. I'm not out there to make a fortune. I'm just out there to do the right thing. So we're just slowly but surely building this thing out, and it's not going to be cheap. We have had quite a few offers. In fact, I found one to be pretty funny because the offer came from a company that is the complete antithesis of what we're doing. And by even entertaining the offer, I felt it would have been a way for somebody to come back and say, "Oh, you're just selling yourself." The company that they offered me $1.5 billion with a B to literally sell them the rights to the YouTube alternative. I looked at him and I said, as much as I would love to take the money, I would not be able to look myself in the mirror. And I turned it down. So, guys, I'm not
exactly
going to
right.
sell myself to make $1 billion. That don't work for me. Let you do all the legwork and the
Mm-hmm.
yeah. That's
Exactly right.
the exact antithesis of what we stand for.
Mm-hmm.
So I shut him down. Trust me, if I was to when I say that kind of money is tempting, it always is.
Mm-hmm.
They're going to come back and they're going to offer even more money. I know how they work.
Mm-hmm.
It doesn't matter how much money they offer. I'm not going to allow that to happen. Eventually they will try to shut me down completely.
Mm-hmm.
They'll get the tech companies, but the nice thing about having servers and redundancy, we don't get taken down very easy.
Yeah. Yeah.
Means we are on the radar. Yes, I am definitely on the radar.
Not just that, but it shows you their level of dedication to censorship of free speech. It is worth $1.5 billion out the door to try to stop.
And that's just a drop in the bucket on what they're
Yep.
willing to spend.
Yep.
So
Yeah. So do not underestimate their dedication to censoring your voices.
So when you start talking that kind of money, there's
That's Soros like money. I mean, that is huge. Yeah.
they play to the greed and they're willing to do anything and everything they can to make sure that you keep your trap shut.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm not worried about it. When I have big tech companies coming to me asking me to sell them even 49% of the platform or the company for that kind of money, I'm not interested.
Yeah.
So,
You're right, Squirrely. I think that's an attempt to get us to disarm ourselves so that they won't have to fire a shot. Metaphorically speaking.
yeah, definitely metaphorically. But guys,
Of course, if they're working with Hillary, it might not be metaphorically. All right, Shane, watch your back.
well, since I started standing up platforms, I've had a target. There's a reason there's a nice big health or a life insurance policy on me.
Mm-hmm. I bet there is.
Trust
I
me.
just hope you never end up cashing that in. Or your wife.
Let's just put it this way. My wife's seen the buyout and she seen my response to it.
Mm-hmm.
And she looked at me and she said, "You're stupid." But again, it goes down to how much are we willing to actually stick to our guns and do what we say. I'm like I said, I've never been one to seek fame or fortune. That's not what I'm interested in. What I am interested in is free speech, and if people come to me saying they want to cooperate with me in regards to free speech, and they can prove that they're sincere, I'll work with them to some extent. But I will not give up a majority share of my company to do so. I won't. I just won't do it. So, any questions in regards to the new platform?
He does. He does.
You guys are the ones that made it possible, not me.
Mm-hmm. Well, and for a long-term good. And yes, for the greater good. Mm. Yeah,
Yep.
I think you're right. It's really...
And we're doing everything we can, guys, to make sure that people are aware of what is going on. Because for me, there are other channels who have called me incompetent, and I think it's just hilarious. But we're standing up servers on truly our own platforms, our own server banks. We're building redundancies. We're doing all that ourselves. This isn't something that other companies are doing. I mean, Mike Lindell is doing it, but he also has millions upon millions of dollars. Me, I just focus on what I'm standing for. I'm not focused on going out and getting rich off of this.
I don't think Shane's gonna go for a chip, y'all.
No,
If we can track it, they can track it. And probably better and quicker and more precisely.
See this, guys?
Yeah.
This is the best tracker you can get.
Mm-hmm. And we all have them.
Yep.
You know, they're talking about, oh, you don't want to get a microchip implanted. You already have a microchip implanted. You think they're not tracking you every second of the day? They know when you go into your bathroom because let's face it, you take your phone with you into the bathroom. Everybody does. And they're listening to you on the bathroom. If that doesn't really make your phone feel a little...
You know, it's kind of funny because somebody I watched a TikTok video and it was kind of hilarious and it's scary. But a husband and wife were talking about how they wish there was a toilet that sprayed them off instead of having to stick their hands and wipe.
Mm-hmm.
And literally the next 5 hours, the ads on their games.
Mm-hmm.
The next 5 hours, they had advertisements for bidets. And for people who don't know what a bidet is, it's a toilet that sprays off your butt crack.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
They're kind of unique pieces of technology, but I don't know that I would ever trust sitting on one because it has electricity operating in it. and it's a water.
Mm-hmm.
Electricity and water, the last time I checked, don't mix.
Mm-hmm.
But not everybody takes their toilet to the bathroom correct.
Okay, Shotzi, so you're just better than us, okay? The rest of us do. I don't know what to tell you. And so are you, Daydream. Again. Hey, Proud. But here's the thing. With these, when I had a house full of Alexas, and I had a house full of Alexas. I had probably 20 Alexas, the little dots, Echo Dots. Because I was like, I want one in every room of my house, and I want to be able to do this, and I would like link them all together and play music all over the house. And yeah, I noticed that I could not, like, any single thing I would mention, I would see ads for it all over Facebook, all over everything that I was on. There'd be ads. I'm like, gosh, it's a little weird. I was just talking about that. I now have no Alexa, like none in my house. They're all unplugged in a box because I was like, they're spying on me.
So,
And they didn't even have to come in and do anything illegal to plant these spying devices. I went and bought them. So,
good morning,
now, now I've unplugged them all, and it still happens because I still got my phone, but it's less because my phone is not always on me or always on.
Yeah, but I mean,
Hey, Proud.
when you start looking at what we're doing and how we're doing it and all that, we are taking software that is meant to do this exact thing. We are taking it and we are configuring it to match what we need for the applications in which we need.
Mm-hmm.
So it's not that Shane's this genius programmer that is so great at what he does. He's just standing all these things up. No, I am literally taking software that's already been written, configuring it to what we need, and putting it on the actual server bank.
He's using software in a way that software should be used. Software should be used to serve you. Just like the government, you should not be serving software. And we are pretty much right now. As a society, we serve software.
You become the product.
Yes. Software is a tool. Use it like it's a tool. Because if you don't, you become
The tool.
Mm-hmm. Yep. And you're right, Squirrely. I think he's actually a genius.
I'm just a poor plumber.
No, I ain't going back to a landline.
What's that?
Daydream. Do you see her comment down there?
Maybe we should all go back to landlines.
Yeah, nope. Can't do that. I mean, I would honestly rather go back to smoke signals. There's just if we're gonna get rid of these altogether, telegraph.
Sam, it's kind of hard to see a smoke signal from where you're at to where I'm at. There's only about 2,400 miles. True.
Maybe we could all go and get ourselves some of those shortwave radios. We could have a radio program like on Harry Potter.
Well, I mean,
yeah.
Harry Pothead.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, no, I've. So
I get to be Hermione.
It looks like my co-host is showing up.
Oh. Hi. Hi. Look at you.
Can you wave hi?
Helping Daddy today?
You gonna wave? Hey.
Hi. Oh. Oh, she is so cute.
Yeah, my little co-host.
Mm-hmm.
But when we're talking about propping up servers, guys, we are doing everything we can to make sure that we are going to stay up. Can we make node networks to communicate? That brings up an interesting topic.
Can we node networks? Oh, I don't know what a node network is.
Well, it's complicated to explain, but there is a streaming service that I'm trying to figure out how to operate. It's called Theta, and it's a blockchain streaming service.
Mm-hmm.
And by doing blockchain streaming, we can't actually be taken down. Okay, can you go to mommy? Say bye.
Bye. See you tomorrow.
No, you don't need it. You don't need to go back there. Sorry. Go upstairs to mom.
I know, isn't she cute? Okay, sorry. So it's a blockchain. That's the node communication, node network. Huh. Yes,
No,
but
she's not for sale or for giveaway. My wife would probably have a really big problem with that.
I would imagine.
So,
Yeah, she probably will. Kids know computers so early now.
yeah, well, let's just say my son hacked into my cell phone, and he's 5 years old.
Yeah.
And I have a 10-digit password. So if that tells you anything,
Shane, my hands. I'm out of Protandim for 2 days now, and my hands hurt. It's my own fault. I didn't order them like when I should have.
I was gonna say,
Yeah, but I'm
obviously it works.
It does work because now it's not working. So I'm back to Tylenol in the morning.
Until you get more in.
Yeah. Well, I fixed that because I've got it on an auto thing right now.
Yeah. But we have
Right, King.
Oh, King Me, if that was my password, I would not.
Send a text to radio.
That's interesting. We're gonna have to have a chat, Mr.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
That's
But legit though. I mean, is there? Sorry, you were saying something.
Oh, that's very interesting. I would definitely be.
Yeah, Nurse Bear. Yeah, it does. My hands are breaking again. Yes, I have arthritis. I have arthritis in my fingers, and I don't know if that's just because I'm getting older or if it's. I mean, it's a combination of the fact that I'm getting older, that arthritis runs in my family, and that I work.
How's your dad doing?
My dad? My uncle.
Or your uncle?
My uncle. I texted my aunt this morning. I haven't heard back from her, but I wanted to. Basically, I texted her this morning because I was like, "How's he doing? Is he feeling? I'm not as young as you think I am, Squirrely. Is he? Is he doing well with the vitamin supplements that I sent?" And Because if he is, I want to send more, and I'm just waiting. I mean, it's still a little early to expect a return on that.
Yeah.
On that one, it's Monday. I want them to sleep in. They're a good age to sleep in.
Yeah. But now that we do have roughly 50 here, I'm going to show people again.
Mm-hmm.
So fullstream.social, guys. This or Fullstream social is not .social. We don't have that yet. But basically, we are building this out. Do not go and sign up for it. I will let you guys know when we can.
Yeah.
So bear with us. We will definitely be sharing updates over the next coming weeks. And hopefully we will be getting that open for everybody
Mm-hmm.
very, very quickly.
Yeah. And it does look good, doesn't it? And proud, yeah. Unfortunately, my diet consists very heavily of meats because I'm on a keto diet, so meats are huge in it. So technically, dietary factors are a modifiable factor in this, and my heredity and my I don't know existing arthritis isn't a modifiable factor, but keto is kind of what keeps me from being about 2.5-3 years ago I weighed 100 pounds more than I do now. So no, I forgot about the DMSO. I need to do that. So I've been on a keto diet, just kind of plugging away at it, and that is what helps me to lose weight, which is really, really important because the substantial weight that I was and still am at is going to be way more damaging to me than some arthritis in my fingers. It just is helpful when I have something that takes care of the arthritis in my fingers so that I can keep going with my keto diet.
And it's actually helping
Everything
else too. So
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
especially if people
I
have
know, but I don't know if I can take what you have for it and still be the kind of clean profile I need to be able to maintain my job. We can talk about that here in a little bit too, Shane, because I got some questions. I don't know if you'll know about it, but I have some questions.
Yeah. If it's what I think it is,
Mm.
we'll have that conversation.
Okay. All right. And the DMSO. Okay, so the last time I really had anything to do with DMSO, it was years ago. I was in college. I was working for a horse vet, and we used to use DMSO on as a like a topical bath prior to like laser therapy or even aqua therapy on them. So I just remember the DMSO. It's very much, it's a solvent, and it we had to wear gloves. We were not allowed to touch it, and it smelled like artificial crab meat. So I don't, which I really, really like artificial crab meat, but it was creepy getting that smell off of some like horse leg. But that's the last time I really had anything to do with DMSO. I don't know, it's dimethyl sulfoxate, but maybe an ozone is O3, right? Yeah.
Yep.
Liquid form, like for ingestion, like oral drops. Okay, I've never seen it used orally, like internally. I've only seen it used topically. Oh.
Yeah, no, there's a lot of things that it's used for and a lot of good uses for it, but I think it'll definitely be interesting.
Mhm. Yes, CBD oil. Winks. Thank you. That was the conversation that I was going to have with Shane, and he can tell me about that
Yeah,
later.
if you're looking at just your regular CBD and trying to maintain a clean profile for like a nursing job,
Mm-hmm.
you have to use a broad spectrum zero THC product
Uh-huh.
because most of your normal will have 0.03, which still will actually give you a dirty
Well, I was
profile.
going to say, and if you're taking it on a daily basis, you will actually reach a point of steady state where it'll be detectable. Yeah.
So you use a broad spectrum CBD oil,
Mm-hmm.
and
Okay.
there's
Because it's the THC content that is actually the illegal substance.
yep.
Okay.
But yeah, there's a whole bunch of like there's a whole bunch of places that I've dealt with that's all they do.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
So yeah, broad spectrum versus regular CBD, there is a difference. Yeah, and a lot of it research it, but
A video with a magnet on a jab injection site. I did not. Are magnets sticking to injection sites now? I don't remember. I think it was this arm that I got it in. I'll stick a magnet on it later and see what happens.
but there is a video that was floating around. So
Mm-hmm.
a lady was getting the jab,
Uh-huh.
and the doctor or the nurse or whoever's giving the injection, it doesn't show
Uh-huh.
who they are, sticks the needle in here,
Uh-huh.
puts a Band-Aid in here, sticks the needle in here, puts a Band-Aid in here.
Uh-huh. Yeah. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I got my second one like intertendon right here. Because I'm the first one it was a nice deltoid, like spot on, and the second one when because I wasn't paying attention. I'm I really don't care when people are giving me a shot. It's just a little shot. So I'm just kind of minding my own business. And she sticks me, and I was like looking down at it, going, not the right spot. I didn't say anything because I didn't want her to feel bad. I mean, she was clearly an intern, but I was like, oh, okay, yeah, ready. So that's gonna. At the time, I was like, I wonder if that's gonna be effective, and now I'm like, I hope that wasn't effective.
Yeah, I mean, it really depends. Shot placement does matter when you're doing stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
Having given. Oh, I'm trying to think back as to how many shots I've actually given in my lifetime.
There's no way to. There's.
You
They
figure
don't do IM injections much anymore, and I still could never count multiple thousand.
I know we'd go through several red boxes a day.
Mm-hmm.
I think 5 or 6 of them, and they would hold 600 needles at a time.
Yeah.
600 sharps.
Yeah.
So
are those your IMs or your sub Qs or
both?
Both. Yeah. Yeah. Those sub Qs, man. We can't keep. I work in the COVID unit. They all have diabetes and they are all on sub Q heparin. So, every single, if they've got nothing else going on with them, they're still getting on my shift minimum 2 heparins and 3 insulin shots.
So I was actually looking at the VAERS report
Mm-hmm.
and looking at the case studies that they're seeing that are on the rise right now.
Mm-hmm.
Did you know 65% of the hospitalizations now
Mm-hmm.
are people who have gotten the shot?
I am not at all surprised. A lot of my patients are patients who are like, but I got the shot. I'm like, yeah, sorry. Yeah, and I don't even know what to. They're almost poor things. They're almost accusatory. I got the shot. Why didn't you? I'm like, I don't know what to tell you. I'm so sorry. First of all, I'm sorry you got the shot. Second of all, I'm sorry you're here after you got the shot and thought that your life was going to get better.
Yeah, it's not.
Yeah. Ooh, where'd they put it in your leg, Winks? They put it in a muscle? Your leg should still be sore. Because it's not supposed to go in a muscle. Heparin in a hip. Shane, you reckon she got a intramuscular heparin injection near her sciatic nerve? Is that what that sounds like to you? Yeah, that's what it sounds like to me. That's terrible.
The hip bone doesn't have to. But
yeah, all it has to do is damage the tissue around that sciatic nerve, and you're going to have pain for a long time.
Well, for life.
Yeah.
But
who gave you heparin? I am in your hip that goes in your belly. Even 6 years ago, heparin goes in your belly. I don't know, Winks.
Yeah, it's. I mean, you can start. We can start talking about viral shedding and all that stuff, and I think the viral shedding is going to be a catastrophe.
Yeah. Oh yes, Nurse Bear. Yes, much longer. I've been a nurse 15 years, and for my entire existence of nursing, including nursing school, heparin goes in the belly. So I'm sure that wasn't brand new when I ran into it. But yes, I think the viral shedding is going to be the if there is something that's going to be the catastrophic element of consequences of this whole fiasco, it's going to be the viral shedding, because it's just that is the means by which this not pandemic will turn into a pandemic.
The survivability rate is going to be less than 85%. That's the sad part.
Yeah. Yep.
So that's once you start, guys. Once you start coming, because right now the survivability rate without the shot,
It's like 99%.
99.97%.
Yeah.
With the shot, 99 or 95% is what they're claiming. Once viral shedding starts, and because it's mass inoculation, that's what they're calling it, mass inoculation. Because they're doing it in mass without actually paying attention to the how it's being done, I think the viral load this fall will be absolutely catastrophic. That 500 person or that 500,000 death toll will look like a daisy chain.
Yeah. And it does. And I mean, yes, they're not looking. I mean, distribution pattern is a damn shit show. There's no tracing. They're randomly handing these things out, as much as the National Guardsmen who had gotten like stopped on the side of the road, and rather than letting all their vaccines go to waste, they started pulling cars over and vaccinating the people in the cars. Oh my God. I realized they did that because they didn't want them to go to waste and they thought they were doing a good thing. But holy smack, that makes this impossible to track, impossible to trace, and impossible to get good data on. Not that they're looking for data.
They don't want the
They're
data.
not. Because if you look for data, then you find data, and then you have to report data. And unfortunately, that data, I do not believe that data would reinforce their argument that this vaccine is a good and safe substance. And I think they are aware of that as well, which is why they are not looking for data.
Hello. I know that picture before, but one thing that I really look at it though, and it's scary because before, if you died and you had underlying conditions, it was COVID. Now, if you die and you have underlying conditions and you got the shot, it's the underlying conditions' fault.
Under no circumstances can it be the shot's fault.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Rh negative is high as danger. Just give a heads up. Well, guess what? That's my wife.
Yeah, it's my mother.
But she is also not getting the shot. So only God knows how far he'll allow this to go. Yep.
Yeah, that's true, Maybell Kelly, but I have to believe that God, sometimes we are the mechanism of change that God uses. He's not just
sometimes.
Yes.
All the time.
Always, yes. There is an occasion of just pure divine intervention. Don't get me wrong. But we're supposed to be that change. We don't need to rely on him to fix everything when we have the ability to be the vehicle for change. And I truly believe that's what's expected of us.
Howdy all from Oklahoma.
Oklahoma.
So yeah, we are definitely I'm watching to see what happens. Because I think it's going to shock people. And I'm just curious to see how many people actually report or what the virus looks like 6 months from now. Because they're saying that over half the country is getting to the point where they're inoculated. If what I'm hearing is correct, you're looking at something this world hasn't seen since the Black Plague.
Yeah. And Guy, there haven't been any events per se, any new or landmark events per se. We are just discussing the very quiet trend. And
happening.
Quiet trend, I mean the trend that's being purposely not reported.
Yep.
We are at 11 o'clock. And I kind of have to go.
Kind of have to, or you need to go?
Well, first of all, I need to go, and I also I've got people waiting, so I do have to go.
Well,
So,
you have a great day, and thanks for jumping on.
bye. Thanks, everybody. Good to see you. See you another time.
Yep, sounds good.
All right. Bye.
But yeah, so I mean, there's a whole bunch of things that are happening, guys. It's not we are working towards having a lot of interesting things on the very near horizon. But as far as platform wise, we have Fullstream.live, and then we are getting ready to roll out the Fullstream social platform. So we are very interested. We are very much looking forward to moving completely forward with everything that's going on. And we want people to definitely start talking about it, because we are building the servers, we are building the redundancies, we are making sure that we have the ability to balance the loads amongst all the servers so we don't have a crash. But over the next 6 months, we plan on rolling out 4 different platforms. So trust me, it's what happened with the app. We were going through a review and they booted it out of review. So now I have to reconfigure and send it back through. So we are doing what we're trying to do everything we can to get that up and running. Probably late. Somebody has already asked. Go ahead, ask. Yeah. Off the phone and back now. We lost Sam. Yeah, she had some family things that she's doing. So, but yeah, we're just so people are aware. And I know some have seen this, but yes, we're configuring this. It is not set up for everybody to just go create accounts yet. Here shortly it will be. So bear with us. We will have that up and ready for people very shortly. I'm not 100% certain. I'll look into it and we'll discuss that and go from there. But guys, we are right at an hour. So I do have stuff that I need to get done too. We won't have a live tonight unless Jason's able to, but due to some concerns with Jason, we're just gonna say it's not gonna happen. And we will have a live tomorrow morning at 10 a.m. Central Standard Time. But guys, as always, you have a pen and a microphone. Use it. The silent majority can no longer stay silent. God bless you guys. God bless the United States of America. and have a wonderful day.